Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 65 of Direwolf20's Server Play series. Once again, all alone. But that's okay, I'm just chilling here. Got 2 full buckets of UU matter, which is exciting for me. Pretty excited about that indeed. So there's several automation things I want to work on today. So one, we still have scrap. We still have 133 stacks of scrap, so we're doing pretty good. We're producing it a little slower than we're using it, but it's only a little bit. So once we run out of scrap entirely in our backlog, what'll happen is we'll continue to produce it, obviously, using the windmill. Thank you, windmill. And this thing will just do what we designed over here. So some people might have wondered last episode, hey, why'd you bother with this when you've got so much scrap? And it's, well, eventually we're going to run out. And eventually we're going to be producing less than we're making. So I wanted to make it so that, you know, when we get to a full stack that's sitting in here, it kicks on and then it shuts off at the end and it waits for another stack to be produced, right? So you can see we're actually doing pretty good on UU matter. Like, I'm pretty excited about the fact that we have 2 full buckets of it already, 2,000 millibuckets. That's kind of a lot of UU matter, which means it's time to do something with it. That's cool. All right, so let's see. I want to go downstairs and check out how this is doing. Nice durability, right around 2,000. So we're about just below 10% durability on our fuel rods, which I'm kind of looking forward to, because one of the other things I want to work on this episode is going to happen back here. I would like to have my hammer. Nice. I would like to probably automate the creation of more fuel rods. That's kind of my plan. So I'm basically making a larger area back here. So if we take a look, we'll see that we can feed items through this wall. So if I use this wall as a place to make more fuel rods, that would be kind of smart of me, right? I thought so. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that and it'll be a good time. So we're gonna automate the creation of fuel rods. We're gonna automate pulling the empty rods out and putting new ones in. And then maybe we'll even get some plutonium and we can make some, like, you know, really nice power generations like the RTG fuel or whatever that stuff is. That basically is like unlimited all the time power without fuel cost, like for free forever. But we'll check it out. First things first is we need to do something with this UU matter, and we need to do some things with IC2 industrial craft. So to go along with the mass fab, there's a couple machines we're gonna want. I know we're gonna want the replicator and the pattern storage, right? Is that pretty much what we want? Isn't there like an analyzer or something like that? I forget the name of it though, so that's why I'm looking it up in here. Mass fab, all right, there it is. Pattern storage, replicator, scanner. Those are the 3 that I want. Nice. So pattern storage will be the first one I make. Pattern storage. All right, so there's a lot of complex things that need to be made here. Crystal memory dust. Cool, so we need obsidian powder and silicon dioxide, which is clay dust in a thermal centrifuge. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. So now that these things are working, so let's get like macerator, yoink. Clay dust. Has to be block form. Okay, cool. Now we're talking. All right, take you, let's take, who has, oh right, most of them are in there. What do we have to do to make overclocker upgrades? 10K coolant cells, right? Universal fluid cell with IC2 coolant. That doesn't seem terrible. Let's go steal this thing. I'm gonna make a little bit of IC2 coolant. Let's get you, you, and you. Distilled water. And we're gonna want lapis dust. I want more overclocker upgrades. Oh good, we've got some lapis dust in here already. Nice. It's gonna make my life a little bit easier. So I'm gonna borrow, oh that's not good. That's not what I wanted to do. Everybody happy? All right, no explosions. Don't do that to me. I thought I grabbed, oh there, I still have my inventory. Haha. Derpy Dyer is derpy. Let's get a, you know what, can I just, let's get a universal fluid cell. Oh, we have some of coolant, so that's nice. I can't just put these in here, can I? Oh, I can. Look at that. Awesome. Well, that's even better. I like it. So yeah, you do that, and the rest can go in there. That works perfectly. Nice. That's what's up. How am I for tin at the moment, by the way? Tin plates, I could use some more. Let's hammer them. Meanwhile, copper cable. Rubber? Not bad. Okay. Overclocker upgrades, we'll do what we can for now. I'm not sure why that happens. It's a little bit weird, but it's all good. Alright, meanwhile, U6 go in there. That works for now. We'll make a little bit more in a bit. Okay, probably off camera. Cool, so that's clay dust in a thermal centrifuge. Thought I had a redstone signal applied to this thing so that it's always on, but maybe I don't. That's okay, it seems to be heating up pretty quickly, which is cool by me. Yeah, you're struggling with that. Two overclocker upgrades seem to be cutting a little bit close. That's okay, so we'll let that go. And then while we're at it, let's get some obsidian into the macerator. You go. Cool. Now what's the other thing I needed for the pattern storage? I want to say it was mining lasers. So those don't sound terrible. I just need an energy crystal and an advanced circuit. So, oh, missing iron plates. Look at you. Okay, cool. Speaking of needing more overclocker upgrades, goodness. Goodness gracious. Yeah, we definitely need a lot more overclocker upgrades, don't we? Iron plates. Nice. See, it's weird. Some recipes, it's like always doing that, and it's definitely strange for me. I thought 8 was a number that we were allowed to have in here, no problem. You know, it might be because other machines are running on this line. Lots of other machines, including this guy, which is probably drawing a lot of power out of the MFA at the moment. That's okay. So, the other thing we wanted to get... So you're pretty much done? Cool. Yeah, lots of things that we want to get. So much to do. That'll work for now. Alright, so that should be done. Are you done? You are. And then we want one more of these. So let's see what we can do by way of making the pattern storage now. We're close, we just need an energy crystal. Which we do have, believe it or not. So let's do that. That. Advanced metal alloy. What was needed here? Just some redstone. Nice. Okay. Let's get another energy crystal going. So that's going to require 4 diamonds, right? I'll borrow some of these. Just juggling overclocker upgrades. And then into the compressor you go. Again, a little bit of juggling. And we can make this. So that was redstone, this dude, and this dude. Nice. Okay, cool. And then, in addition, from the pattern storage, and I'm gonna have to sleep through the night here in a moment, we need to get these. Which, do I not have enough? Okay, we're gonna need more clay. We'll just take a stack of this. That'll work. We've got so much clay that it's not really a big deal. All right, let's sleep through the night, and I will come back. I'm gonna make the rest of this pattern storage device, and then we'll be right back. All right, will this let me shift click? I didn't think it would. Non-stackable lasers. Get you every time. That's okay. The pattern storages, and then 3 reinforced dudes. Nice, pattern storage. Okay, cool. Now, as I recall, does this need power? I'm gonna put these guys over here. We'll hook them up to low voltage for now. As you can see, I did kind of a real quick and dirty low voltage system just to get this thing powering up my condenser, because I had that crystal in there, remember? And once TLove gets me a base and everything to put this in, I'm gonna relocate most of this. But for now, I mean, we're cool, right? 2078, nice, that is so awesome. My uranium must still be existing down there, so that's cool. So does the pattern storage, I'm gonna put them like right over here. This I don't think needs anything. So the other thing we're gonna want, and it should be done cooking by now. Yeah, it is, nice. Okay, so we're gonna want patterns, crystal memory, right? And don't we want to cook this? Yeah, smelt it into proper crystal memory. Do I have a smelter here? I don't think I did actually ever create one. Macerator or washer. Yeah, I never made actually a smelter. It's alright. It'll go just fine inside this dude. In theory. Okay, you just didn't push up. That's fine. Now the other thing we're going to want is a scanner, right? Which I'm missing most of what I need. Illuminator, check. Nice, that was easy. Electric motors, 1. What else am I missing? Some more copper coils. What else do I need for a scanner? A couple of you guys. More of this, more of these. We're gonna need more rubber. Resin? Nope. Tree tap? All right, back in a minute. I'm gonna craft this off camera as well. So guys, guess who forgot that his rubber tree farm got destroyed? Yours truly. It's a fact. Totally forgot that it happened. So I just spent the last few minutes recreating it. It's back up and running though. Nice. So rubber tree farm resumed operation. Hooray. Let's go run all this rubber wood through an extractor. Wow, is that how much I got? An exact stack of 64? That's crazy. I must have gotten, no, that's it. Exact stack, 64. That's wild. That's so random. Okay, and meanwhile, we're gonna get a bunch of resin too. So, back in a minute. And that's the scanner ready. Nice. So the scanner, I'm pretty sure, is gonna need to go sit next to this dude. You do need power, so we're gonna make sure that that happens by way of this. Cool. I guess this can have better than low voltage, but for now we'll let that be. I don't know how much it uses when it's running, but now's the time to get our iridium. Right, so we wanna have one of these dudes in here. And then we want to put the iridium in, and it starts scanning it, right? Net energy loss, okay. I should be using my pick. So, I ironically probably don't have enough power, like cable line. Let's see, let's make a little bit more of this stuff. That's the best I could do. I'm assuming that you can take medium voltage, but I really don't want to see a giant explosion happen. So, player, I'm looking at you. Oops, that's definitely missed. Short one? Of course I am. Ah, well that's why. There should be more rubber chilling in here. Nice. So we'll probably be doing better there. You know what I'm gonna do? Maybe I should have a lever. There's literally no sides left to this mass fab to do a manual lever. Which one is the less than 5 side? Yeah, this one. Put a manual lever over here. I'm pretty sure. Does that turn it off? No. I would expect it to, but I'm guessing that left one must be the that left one overrides it. So unless I manually break that, I just won't bother. I'll let it be. It can scan slowly for all I care at this moment. Well, maybe I do care a little bit. You know what I could do? I really need to fix this a little bit. So what if I just put you in there? Oh, hey, that's neat. Shouldn't you be, like, stopped now? South side. In, out. Now we're talking. Haha. Neat. That works. Wow, we're still getting a net energy loss? That's insane. I have to imagine the MFSU is filling up. So MV power is an energy loss on that guy. That's crazy. I could probably run this off HV then? Now, do you have enough power going into you? Now we're talking. Yeah, cool. All right, so that works. So we'll let that guy run, and then it should be able to store it into this crystal memory. And I will put this thing away. So the last thing we need is a replicator then, right? So this is an expensive machine. We're going to need teleporters. We're going to need MFEs. We're going to need HV transformers. We're going to need to come back in a minute. All right, I think I'm ready. Basic machine casing, glass fiber cable, diamonds, 4 advanced circuits each. Oh, I could have sworn I had enough of these. Nice. 2. Cool. A diamond goes here. Advanced machine casing, glass fiber cables, and frequency. Nice. Teleporters are used to make replicators. Now I just need HV transformers. Cool. Which needs lead dust. Times 2, I want to say. Okay. So I just need 2 of these bad boys, right? 1. More bronze item casings. I actually may have enough of this. Faster. So much crafting of all the things. Nice. Okay, so you're used for HV transformers, which also needs Gold, huh? So that should be cool. The MV transformer, the gold, the electronic circuit, nice. You, and you, cool. And then replicator, are we almost there? I think we are. So this and this with the MFE. Then the 3 teleporters. The reinforced glass. And the reinforced stone. Nice! Tier 4 replicator. That is awesome. I know, dire wire. I don't want to hear it. But I know. Cool. So are you good? Nice. So save. So 120 millibuckets of UU matter. Save. Nice. Export to crystal. Nice. So the crystal now knows iridium ore. That is nice. That is super nice. All right. Now, can this go here? I think it can. So I should be able to take my crystal here, put it in here, right? Or do you actually have to go next to... You might need to go next to the thing. I think that is the case. I think it needs to go next to it. Oh yeah, see? Iridium. Okay. Well, I've got this, so I'm going to make sure this is stored away, because I don't think I need it anymore. As long as it's in here, we're good. So that's neat. So we are going to want... some cable. Just wait till TLove gets here and sees what I've done. He'll be like, Dire! What is this? That's what he's going to say. You watch. So I think this is sending 512 RF per tick. This thing can store 2 million EU, by the way. So that's a lot. I don't know if it's capable of getting direct from the MFSU, and I'm afraid to try it. I mean, there are slots here, so I could put an overclocker upgrade in, but I think we're going to be fine, right? 512 EU per tick is probably enough right now for what I would want to do. If we wanted to, we could get this thing going, but let's hold off. So right now we've got 200,151. We're going to pick you up. I'm going to pop you down over here. We're going to set the left side to export. And if we say single run, it's going to drink up some UU matter, which is cool. And you are using power. We're using a little bit more than we're actually power-wise getting. I'm just curious about overclocker upgrades. I'll clean up my inventory at some point, but you know how it goes. Inventories. So if I throw overclocker upgrades in there, is that going to speed up the UU matter? It's also going to speed up the usage of power, which is fine. Nice, look at that. Oh, that is so cool. Our first iridium ore. Sweet. So 4 of those gets us 1 reinforced plate. Right? And then reinforced plates is how we get quantum suit body armor, quantum suit helmet. It's how we get iridium neutron deflectors, which I guess are part of things. It's how we get the legs and the boots. And 3 of them gets that drill that I want. Sweet. So let's make another one, shall we? It's going to drain EU pretty quickly, but that's fine. It's interesting that it says EU 0%. That's not exactly true. We're going to have to find a way to get this EU some faster ways into here. I mean, I could throw an overclocker upgrade. That could transfer using HV cabling, which wouldn't be the end of the world. But obviously, we want to plan for that when we move things, right? This was all obviously very much just a spur of the moment, let's see what we can do kind of deal. But that's cool. So we've still got a decent amount of UU matter here, which is nice. We're going to bring this guy over, put him back. And if I turn this lever off, boom, you should be allowed to run again. You should be allowed to run again. Hintity hint hint. Let's remove that. Does that work for you guys? I know the dire wire is terrible. I'm well aware. I know it. I know it's there. I know what's happening. But now we're producing EU matter once again. So that brings me to underground, because in all this time, oh, look at that. Quad fuel rod depleted. Nice. That's what I want to see. So does that mean that, how are we doing up here? Yeah, you're empty and you're full. Nice. So that means we are actually out of hot coolant. Good deal. Let's temporarily make this never active, because I want to get my hot fuel load back up. So let's look at reactor types. Pressure vessel, redstone port, fluid port, chamber, access hatch. Is that the one that can I transfer items through the access hatch? I wonder. I mean, testing, right? All in the name of testing. So if we were to have an access hatch that was over here, right? We could have that line go up there. So let's try that. We're gonna remove this guy. Put our access hatch in. Hopefully I can transfer items out of this. So what I'd like to be able to do, and if I can transfer items, all I need to do to test it is to do this and have a chest. Now, I'm not sure if I need a radiation suit for depleted uranium. But I kind of feel like I should be careful and put one on anyway, right? Like, that seems smart. Seems smart to me. Hopefully you guys agree. You know what? Give me those over... Well, I'll get the overclocker upgrades back in a minute. Anything else I can put away? And that should be good for now. I wanted to get my suit. Rubber boots and scuba helmet. There we go. Radiation hazmat suit ready to go. So I'm going to take one depleted fuel rod, and I'm going to make sure that you know that you need to both insert and extract. So your insert, we'll deal with in a minute. Your extract, we're going to want filters on these guys. So you know what, for now it's just going to be extract, filter, you. You're the only thing that's odd to be pulled out. Quad fuel rods. We'll set the redstone mode in a minute, but for now, let's run this down and into this room, which I should probably light up. That do, right? So I'll put this right here. This can be insert. This can be always active. So are you able to? Yes, nice. That's what I wanted to see. Perfect. So that means these guys should have landed perfectly right in here. That is cool. So we can use these in a thermal centrifuge to get ourselves tiny piles of uranium. I'm pretty sure that's about all we can do with it, right? We can also get some uranium-238 back, which is doubly nice, and some iron dust, because who cares? Sweet. So what I probably want to work on next is crafting quad fuel uranium rods automatically. So in order to do this, we need to craft fuel rods, copper plates, iron plates. Fuel rods are made from, as we know, we need the things, fuel rods. We need these guys, which are iron plates and metal former. And we need the thing that we had upstairs, the canning machine, right? So there is a witch in my IC2 area. I'm going to go sleep through the night, and we will come back and see what's up. All right, guys, so here's the deal. We have reached the wrapping up point for the episode. So next episode, we'll come back and automate the creation of uranium. I want to have the full production line. So we're going to basically take what happens over here. We're going to take this iron out. We're going to feed it into some auto crafters. We're going to automatically craft uranium fuel rods. We're going to automatically craft fuel rods. We're going to automatically craft copper and iron plates. And then we should be in good shape. However, right now, I want to get a dozen of these. and turn them into quad fuel rods. Hopefully I have the stuff for them to do this real quick. Nice, I do. So this is basically the crafting we're gonna wanna do. So we'll pop downstairs for now, manually feed them back in. So I'm assuming, by the way, that I can switch this guy to in and out mode. So insert will be whitelisted on this. Extract will be, well, for now I want to whitelist it on this. It might have pulled them out already, did it? All right, no it didn't, good. Okay, cool. So that, and then over here, we want to configure this dude to be in and out. Insert, filter, you. Cool. So you can insert these and you can extract these. And you can insert the depleted and extract the quads, right? So if I pop this in here and set you to, well, we really want it to be always active for now. That should be working. Extract, uranium, basic filter, channel green, that should be good. This was a test that I expected to go well and it did not. Ignore metadata? Hello? You should totally be working. Am I like completely derping up on this, or are we running into a problem? Insert, channel, green, whitelist, quad fuel rod. All right, I might need to try this with advanced. So what if we do this? Just out of curiosity, I want to make sure it's a filtering problem versus the ability to put things in. So I'm going to take these out, and I'm going to say you can extract, always active, whatever you want. So it is clearly a problem with filtering. Cool. So I'll try doing NBT ignoring and that kind of stuff, because that's probably, it's something hokey with NBT would be my guess. But for now, wrapping up point. So I will figure that out next time. For now, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We've got some awesome stuff made, and I'm very excited about that. So I'm going to make sure that you're configured to extract is never active. We will store this stuff in here. I'll play with advanced. We'll do NBT ignoring. I'm sure that'll work. One way or another, we will get this functional. But the good news is that we should have a drum filling up here of hot coolant. Nice. All right, Direwolf20 wrapping up point. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy, guys.